How do you stop reliving your past failures and finally move forward? Imagine that kind of situation. Ahmad comes into his own house expecting to rest. Instead, he finds an old tenant sitting on the couch. His past failures, fed up, confident, making themselves at home. And the worst part, that man doesn't kick them out. He let them stay rent-free in his head. Now, let me ask you this. How often do you do the same? How often do you let your old mistakes run the show? As if because you failed once, you're doomed to fail again. I've heard this so many times in so many sessions. If I've already failed, doesn't that mean I can't be the man who never quits? My answer is simple. Maybe to some extent, yes. There might be some situations like it. However, you failed before. True. But that doesn't mean you have to keep living there. Failure isn't the problem. Rehearsing it is. So how do we start breaking the loop? Let me walk you through what I often ask. The first question I pose is, what actually happened and what story did you attach to it? Most people realize the event itself wasn't nearly as heavy as the meaning they gave it. That's where the truth audit grid comes in. Write it down. The fact, the meaning, the truth, and the new belief you choose. That single shift can silence a lot of no. Then I often ask, are you holding on to the failure itself or to the emotion that came with it? Because here's a practice that works. The 90 seconds rule. Feel it. Really allow yourself to feel it, but only for 90 seconds. After that, anything more isn't processing, it's rehearsal. And rehearsal makes the old tenant stronger. Another question I like is, if you look yourself in the eye today, what will you want to declare to yourself? That's where the mirror rewire comes alive. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, that was then. The now is different. So the thing here is to know what you're building today. Repeat that sentence that was then, this is now, here's what I'm building today. Repeat it until your reflection no longer looks like you regret anything, but like you resolve it. And here's something straight from the PDF bundle I've created. When failure hijacks your peace, pause yourself and ask, is this thought helping me move forward or keeping me stuck? Simple, but powerful. Because most of the time, that one question exposes that loop for what it really is. So now, I leave you with this. What will your life look if you stop renting space in your head with failure and started leading from who you're becoming? If you're ready to take this deeper, I've put together, as I have already said, a full set of tools and exercises in my PDF bundle. The link is right below this video, and as a thank you for sticking with me until the end, you'll also find a discount code waiting for you there. Your past is data, not destiny. Remember this. The only question now is, will you keep living with the old tenant or finally evict him and take back your house? Try out these exercises, these tips I've shared with you, and let me know in the comments what you think about them. And from this place, as always, I wish you the best.